All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ascendance of a Bookworm, Season 1, Episode 8. My Nate is in business.
Yeah, she is in business, got actual, office space, and is doing her whole little commute.
That's right. But she can't commute alone.
Nope.
Because
banned from doing so.
Banned from doing so. Because, she is still frail. But
afflicted by the devouring.
Exactly. But, there was that whole thing with Lutz and everything where it's like, oh, wait, are you really mine and everything? And it's not as bad as she feared it would be in the dream, but, that's still a thing that happens.
Still a problem.
Yeah.
And so, before we get into this anymore, just quick clarification, y'all. I have a bit of a tooth dental issue, so this whole side of my face is swollen and in pain and what have you. So, if I seem like I'm a bit expressionless, that's why. Just heads up there.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have kind of another family that she's interacting with and kind of figuring out their dynamics as well. Because Benno very much seems like he's got the successful merchant thing going on.
Yep.
But the connection with Otto, someone that we already did know, is kind of fun. But the idea of these individual products then having direct effects on those family members as well. Otto's whole, get out,
Right.
We've got things to do.
Yes, that kind of effect, right, on top of just the financial
Economic
effect, because, that's going to be big.
That's going to be very big.
Yeah.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Lutz is mine. Aw, cute little shot.
Yeah.
鍋と灰はそこに運んであります。また材料が届きましたら店から運ばせます。
Cool. So all you
Awesome.
need to do is stay here
Yep.
and then go over there for meetings.
ルッツは前と変わらず私と接してくれてる。本当のマインじゃないってバレたかと思ったけど。
But now he's no longer going to call you mine,
Yeah.
It's going to be cool to notice that specifically.
Right.
お二人に鍵を預けます。戸締まりをした後は必ず鍵を店まで戻しに来てください。
わかりました。何から何までお世話になります。
Graduating to the world of adults.
Yep.
蒸し器の大きさを決めて、発注書を見直して、あと竹ひごも作らなくちゃ。
竹ひご?
Yeah, what's that for?
All right.
It's going to be tough. You also have to make sure they're long enough. Right. Yep.
Sure. Okay.
Why would I do that? Yeah.
Bamboo? Ooh,
Right,
I like
right.
that they're new types of wood. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah. Secret.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh.
No, I can do it all just fine.
No problem. Damn.
You're smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's not my forte. Yep.
Okay.
細工師に頼むといい。
わかりました。いろいろと教えていただき、ありがとうございます。
Yeah.
お、なんかあったらまた来な。
Still just handling the world of adults very easily.
できればまっすぐにしたかったんですけど。
この出来なら俺に頼んで正解だな。要件はそれだけか？
あと、巣も作ってほしいんですが、できますか？こんな感じで竹ひごが連なるように。
Good, using a drawing for reference.
あ、できないことはない。ただ、丈夫な糸がないと無理だ。
Ooh, sure. Yeah.
ほら、無理すんなよ。 一番に倒れるのはお前だぞ。
大丈夫だよ。全然無理なんてしてないよ。
私が糸問屋まで運びましょう。
Yeah.
Right.
どうやらマインは今日も
In the mood. Yes.
毎度毎度すみません。
いえいえ、お気になさらず。
I love the idea of this business venture having a bunch of other little businesses that need to
Yeah.
be in part to make sure the materials are all in the form that they need to be.
絶好の紙作り日和だよ、ルッツ。
Oh, how much is he carrying?
ルッツ
Oh, bro.
Oh, what?
音か？
いや、いい。お前には無理だ。
Maybe we should do multiple trips?
No.
I mean, thankfully, as they keep doing this over time, Lutz is going to get stronger, but...
Right.
蒸し始めたら金一つ分ぐらいは様子見だろ。その時に休む。
Okay.
Let's go.
俺は木を切ってくるから、お前は休憩を兼ねて鍋の見張りを頼むな。
休憩はルッツの方が必要でしょ？
Oh.
髪ができるまでお前に体調を崩されたら困るんだ。この辺りで木切れを拾うくらいはいいけど、あんまり動くなよ。
Already looking out for you, yeah.
All right.
切れがもうないや。もうちょっと拾ってこようかな。
Uh-oh.
なんだろう。
No. Good, touch it with a stick first. Looks like could it be a bee's hive?
食べられる？
No.
Oh no, that could be a bee's hive.
Yep.
Ah!
It
No, no, no,
is,
no, no,
is.
no, 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 no.
Oh!
Oh.
What? Oh my gosh. Magical plants.
Yeah.
トロンベ？何それ？
説明は後だ。ルツ、何があった？トロンベだ。お前は逃げろ。
Whoa, okay.
Oh, like super invasive species.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Way to go.
あんな不思議な木があるなんて。
お前、大丈夫か？
That was cool though.
Yeah.
伸び始めた時に刈り取らないと、周りの栄養を全部吸って一気に成長する。
Whoa.
だから急に伸び始めたんだ。
ああ、大きくなりすぎる。
I can imagine.
Yeah, that's like straight from Harry Potter, you know?
Yeah, yeah, Whomping Willow. Yeah.
さすが異世界だね。
でも変だな。トロンベが出る時期にはちょっと早い。成長もすっげえ早かった。
Well, I kinda, yeah.
あんなの初めて見たんだもん。
そっか。お前が森に来るようになったのって春からだもんな。
Sure.
そうだ。せっかくだからトロンベで髪を作
It's easy free materials.
生えたばかりのところを買ったから繊維も柔らかいと思うんだ。
Whoa.
Okay.
So watch it be magic paper now.
Well,
Like it has innate magical like properties to it.
yeah. I just hope that it's not gonna have some like bad side effect or whatever.
Sure. Very nice.
す
Very soft fibers.
ごい。これ髪の素材に向いてるかも。
よくわかるな。で、
Little details.
こうして広げたらまずは乾かすの。完全に乾いたらまた川にさらして。
なあ、
Yeah.
何？
How do you know all this?
いや、
Yeah. Dang.
トロンベはいつ生えてくるかわからないぞ。他の木でも試してみないとな。
Sure. Yep.
ルッツ、もしかしてまだ私のこと疑ってる？
No, he's certain.
Oh yeah. Because you're hiding things from him. Now he's hiding how he thinks about it from you.
今日は白皮を煮込む作業だよ。
金一つ分ぐらい煮込めばいいんだよな。
その間かき混ぜないと。お？なあ！また足りないもの。
Something to stir it with.
鍋を混ぜるための長い棒を2つ作ってほしいの。できれば竹だと嬉しいんだけど。あ
Chopsticks, yeah.
りがとう、ルッツ。
The way she's holding it.
風に持って混ぜられるよな。
Yep.
器用でしょ？
And the longer you wait to tell him, the harder it's going to be, and the worse you'll receive it.
Because to him, you could sound like a body snatcher, like someone
that,
like,
absolutely.
possessed your friend.
の代わりにエディルの実を水に加えて粘りが出たら潰した繊維を混ぜて船水の完成だ。
Wow.
やっとわかるところに来たよ。裏の時代に牛乳パックから紙を作ったことがあるんだよね。
Fun.
Okay.
本当にわかるのか？
任せて、したことあるから。
いつどこで？
乙女の秘密探っちゃダメだよ。
Oh, come on.
そんな怖い目で見ないでよ。それからまた数日、作業は続いて。
With the paper.
夕方には乾くよ。乾いたら破れないように丁寧に剥がして出来上がりだね。
もうできたも同然だろ。
Yeah.
And so are we.
それで話って何？
Mm-hmm.
お前
Who you really are, yeah.
の作り方を知ってて作ったこともあるって言ってたよな。そんなのまあいいんじゃない。
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. This is a lot for a kid. Your friend is dead. Like, did you kill her? Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
私だって。
Yeah.
私だって好きで前になってるわけじゃないよ。もともと別の世界にいて、
Here we go. Here we go.
もし選べるなら、こんな虚弱な体選ばなかったよ。
お前マインになりたくなかった。
Yeah, it's pure random.
なりたいと思う？少し歩くだけで次の日寝込むような体だよ。
Oh. Damn. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
生まれるのか。
Yeah.
そうなると、
This is heavy.
Yeah.
This is real heavy. Like,
だから私に消えてほしいなら言ってね。
oh,
いつでも消えるから。
oh.
なんで俺にそんなこと。
ルッツがいなかったら、私はもう
Yeah, you gave me hope. Yeah.
前に母さんに木棺を燃やされた時、私倒
Yeah.
れたでしょ。あの時、熱に飲み込まれてもいいと思った。
Yeah, you stopped mentally fighting. Yeah.
ルッツの顔が見えて、
Uh-huh.
ルッツとの約束を思い出して、それで意識が戻ったの。
Wow. So she knows what that feeling is like and could give up intentionally and end it all.
出たぞ。いつからお前がマインだったんだよ。
Yeah.
いつからだと思う？
Oh.
いつからルッツの知ってるマインじゃなかったと思う？
お前
Oh.
But you can probably tell.
これをつけるようになったくらいか。
正解。
Yeah.
ほとんど1年じゃねえか。
You couldn't tell me for a year?
家族は気づいてないのか。
私が変だってことには気づいているけど、マインじゃないとは考えてないんじゃないかな。それに父さんは私が
Right, right. This is just such a big thing for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And poor Lutz, he's like,
Right,
I lost
how
my
does he
friend,
deal
but
with
I don't
all
wanna
this?
take
Yeah.
away their happiness and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't trust you.
ルッツ。
俺じゃなくてマインの家族が決めること。
I'm gonna go tell them.
Oh.
Oh.
ルッツは私が消えちゃわなくていいの？本当のマインじゃないんだよ。
Can you still accept me?
いい。お前が消えてもマインは戻ってこないんだろ。それに1年前からずっとお前だったんなら俺の知ってるマインって。
Oh, it's been that
Yeah.
long because she's been sick so much that
Yep.
he hasn't actually interacted with her. Yeah, don't lie to me again. Wait, so is he gonna call her mine again? Was that little bit before a lie?
Well,
Oh. That's really sweet.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, prototypes.
書けるな。用筆よりも書きやすいが少し滲むところがある。
Okay.
それほど気になるわけでもないが。
Yeah, yeah.
合格ですか？ルッツ、見習いになれますか？
Yep.
合格だ。
Nice!
All right.
We did it! Yeah!
こっちの方が品質がいいな。
Oh, which one is that?
それは
I knew it!
Oh.
I knew it!
トロンベだと。
トロンベで量産。
But we'd have to force Trumba to start growing.
危ないものは量産できねえよ。
お前。
Are you trying to kill us all? That's
Well-
that's perfect.
As a businessman, I mean, we could, but all right. That
Okay,
was
two major milestones achieved
yeah.
here.
So
The relational side of things and the business
Yes.
deal side of things.
you made paper.
Yep.
Awesome.
Lutz is
Fantastic.
now an apprentice to Benno.
Yep.
Awesome.
And you learned about a new magical plant in this world that is
Yeah.
actually really terrifying.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm stealing that idea. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just the idea of a plant that, if it buds, you literally would need to send a cadre of knights to go and like cut it down and destroy it. Otherwise, it will just take over the entire land.
And yet it has an inbuilt way to make it so that that wouldn't have taken over the whole world, because there is still only a certain amount of nutrients in
Right.
the area, and so eventually the land would not, like, it just sort of like die.
It would just
right?
die, yeah.
Yeah. But
Right.
okay, awesome. And then we actually had our isekai protagonist
Yep.
tell someone in
In
the
the
world,
world.
"Hey, I'm
I'm
not
an
from
isekai
here."
protagonist.
Yeah. I love that so
I
much.
love it so much.
And specifically in this instance where we have the, you know,
the two children.
the two children, but you came in and took over someone's body, someone who
Right.
yeah probably would be dead right now, and
In fact, in some ways, they kind of are dead.
right,
Like, it's more the idea that, like, from the magical soul side of things, mine was probably the one that she reincarnated into because her soul, or what have you, was weak enough
Yep.
that she was able to circumnavigate or circumvent that. But because of that, she now is in a body that has access to magic, which
Right.
is itself killing her because she's now in that body.
which is such a fun thing to have happen in the story.
Well, it carries such incredible implications because if she could offload the excess magic, there's a very real possibility she could resurrect Mine's spirit or soul or what have
Sure.
you within the body.
yeah,
And then she could be even crazier in terms of like potential power in this world or what have you.
right, and this very like heavy subject that also has potentially a lot of world building implications.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we don't need to understand all the little ins and outs
No.
and details because the people who are struggling with this are kids.
Yeah.
Right? Even mine, like the actual like main character, right? She was still not an adult when she died, right? Like, you know, she was older, and so she's able to, you know, participate in a lot of the things that she's dealing with in
She
this
might
world.
have been an adult.
Yeah.
I would
maybe.
say she had that whole like
She was at least a
library,
teenager for
like,
sure.
kind of thing there. Yeah, for sure.
But that's a way that we can have it be dealt with in this more like kind of raw, simpler way, because it's just, well, hang on, what happened to mine? Like,
Yeah.
did you kill her? What's going on? Like, you know, and can we get her back? And she has the maturity to, you know, not just say everything in some panicked state,
Yes.
right? She's trying to figure out what's the thing that will be helpful for him.
And
while
also
at the
be
same time-
persuasive, too.
Be persuasive, but not having it be something where she's like doing something to like
Threaten or
or
scare
like
him.
or like cover for herself or defend herself.
No.
It's the hey, yeah, this is the situation, and I don't think we can get her back.
No.
I didn't choose this.
And I can go away if you want.
Right.
Because, like, you're really the only one that was able to give me enough hope that I could basically have something worth living for in this world.
Right. Make this body work, you know?
I like that it's something just so simple as he was encouraging.
Yep.
He just wants a friend, and she
Right.
just really wants to have some way to manage her creative outlet and not feel like she's trapped in a body that's dying
Right.
for no reason.
Yep.
Because that's miserable. That's,
yeah.
That's agony. The idea that she would be, constantly in this bedridden state, that's not just, it's boring. It's
Right.
also, like, painful.
Oh yeah, that'd be soul crushing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to necessarily be in this world anyways. And the thing that, helped give my life meaning before, I don't even have access to that. And so then there's this little hope that maybe I can get access to it here, but it keeps getting taken away, right?
And my body is literally giving out on me.
Yeah, that too.
So she wakes up, has like no energy, overexerts herself a little bit, has like a full-on like body meltdown kind of moment.
Yep. And that's on top of the whole thing that like just in the regular world, right? Like how much of what like can keep us tethered when life gets hard is those connections, right? Those people that, you care about and that care about you.
No, but she feels like an alien. She's
right,
like, I don't know
because
any of these people.
Yeah, because they're not actually, they don't really know her.
They're not my family.
Right, and while it might be nice to have people that,
Care and dote on her.
They don't actually know who she is.
Right.
Right? And so Lutz is her first actual real friend, right?
And now he's the first person that knows her secret.
Right. And
And
so
I'm glad
she
that he
can
didn't
have that
do the
genuine
thing that I thought he
connection.
was going to do of, I'm going to tell them and then they can decide. It's like, oh my God, that's exactly what you should not do here.
Right.
Family would be the ones that would probably react the strongest in a negative way. Like,
Yep.
because they'd panic. They'd be like, wait, what's going on
Oh
here?
yeah, to say nothing. Right.
You took away my baby girl? Like,
Right, and even if you get them past the hump of, I didn't want this, I think your daughter just died, right, and this is the situation, will that be something where then maybe they won't be as keen to take care of you when, you're like...
Or just be like, yeah, then I'm sorry, we'll take care of you, but once you've got your business
Please
situation
leave,
and stuff like that,
yeah.
we can't keep you here.
Right. That's...
Yeah, the drama of it has so much potential, and the fact that Lutz was able to handle it in the way that he did lead to the situation where you may not be mine, but you can be mine to me.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
That was
really
really
sweet.
freaking sweet.
Because she's untethered as far as identity goes. Like, she feels like, oh yeah, I'm still that person that I was back then.
Yeah.
But I've lived now at least a year in this body. That's only going to lengthen as far as things go. And that's probably the most interesting thing about being isekai'd in a reincarnated way.
Right.
Is
At
the
what
idea
point do
of
you...
what point do you fully feel like this is now your body? This is now your actual living situation.
Yep.
Not just from the environment, but the internal stuff.
Right.
And given that we're in a magical world right now where identity might have some tie to your magic and what have you.
Sure.
As she becomes more and more competent in magic, the more and more the identity stuff is going to come up in a positive way or negative way. We'll see.
Right. And so this was all wonderful. I loved the details that we got into the actual production of the paper. It felt like we still got to see how difficult of a process this is and why no one else has done it in this way, while at the same time, because they have the, Benno backing them, right?
Yes.
All the things that would have been insurmountable hurdles are now just...
we just have to talk to somebody.
It took a month and a half to, it was a lot of going back and forth between like different craftsmen and traders and everything. But we were able to get it all squared away.
He's effectively fronting the bill to then have a system through which they can mass produce this. And then that'll inform what the cost of the actual paper is.
Right.
And then how much money he's going to make, which I'm sure is going to be quite a bit. Now, I love the idea of the Trumba paper kind of coming in here because I'm still waiting for the magic meets paper meets spellbook meets spell scrolls. You know, the idea of like, her writing her stories, and those become the magical offloading of her mana or something along those lines.
I mean, sometimes...
And the Trumba stuff is literally this is how you can get wizard paper.
Right.
Is that it needs to be a special kind of magical wood source.
Material,
that actually comes from this. Oh, what do you know? This world has that exact stuff, and it's such a big thing that everybody knows about, that the kids know exactly what to do
to deal with
how to deal with it.
Right.
Because they couldn't even run for the adults. Things were moving that fast.
It's we have to take this out now.
Yeah. And then we'll report it to our parents, you know, or what have you down the line, and be like, you did good. We cut up some Trumba, and they're like, oh, good.
Oh my God,
boys, are you okay? Let me check to make sure no like seeds gotten you or something like that, or any.
Yep. Yeah, that was great.
I did find it interesting though that he doesn't know how Trumba spreads in that regard as much, that he didn't immediately suss that she did something. Like I'm talking about Lutz to mine, the idea that she basically like aggravated a spore of some kind.
Right, and accidentally basically like planted it in a different area. Like it
somehow got there.
Yeah, like it was dormant or something.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was dead basically. And she touched it, and her magic like imbued it or something.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. We didn't see any shimmer stuff, you know. But
no.
But yeah,
but just the idea that it probably would have sat there forever and not done anything.
Sure.
If nobody went over and touched it, you know.
Right.
Whether it was important whether she touched it or a non-magical person, you know.
That's a good point. Yeah. Forget the well, I love the idea of mine making the books and writing in the books being the thing that like, you know, saps her magic, you know, right? Because sometimes writing definitely does feel like, all right, and I am now offloading the thing that is slowly killing me, you know. But if it's
I'm a fraud.
Right.
I can't write. I can't write.
But if it's something where it was actually that, and this would make sense to a degree, that if this is a magical plant and that's why it's able to absorb nutrients so quickly, right? Because regular plants absorb nutrients, but they don't do it like that. No. And so if it was some magically galvanized thing, then, she touches it. The reason that it feels hot is because, it's
pulling from
her, and then suddenly, now it does its deal. I could totally see that being the case.
And then, that could lead to the thing that would then be able to save her.
And also maybe how they could harvest it without it turning the land into some, you know, unfarmable wasteland.
True.
Because then it's cool. And now we feed these with magic. Boop, they do their thing, chop them up, keep going. You know?
Right. And then maybe you get really adept at measuring out the amount of magic that you're going to give it in a magic item, that then you drop like a tiny bit into it, and it just kind of goes, bloop, and then that's it.
Right.
And then you're like, wonderful, let's give it, 10 more doses.
Right, you can even theoretically
put it.
You put it in like some box or something.
That contains it.
So it truly isn't drawing any nutrients from the soil. Right. And then you just get it from magic. And then at that point, it would especially make sense for it to make for magic paper, because you are literally feeding it just with magic.
Well, right. But that's beating entropy. I'll just say right there. At that point, you've then broken an economy.
Yes.
You have made infinite infinite resources.
Right. You're turning energy into matter.
Yes.
Right. And granted, that's not necessarily too crazy in that it goes in the reverse of like eating food and all that.
Right.
But that's pretty crazy.
But given that you are a magical being and thus have a limitless font of magic as long as you live.
Right. Like it's
it's the idea that some video games will have this where you have a mana gain rate of 10 per second.
Right.
Your mana cap is 1,000. But if you basically say, I want to spend 8 mana a second have a thing constantly running, you still have infinite mana because you're still gaining 2 a second.
Right. Now, is it something where maybe it's the way you get that 10 mana a second is from this much food and shelter and,
totally.
Maybe even love from the people around you, or who knows, right?
Yeah,
and then that could get into some, funky equations and everything. And I definitely haven't thought about this kind of thing a lot for
definitely
story
me neither.
Specifically.
No.
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me?
That whole maybe she invents spell books, yeah, that was not a thing that I've just thought about with this show.
Right,
you know?
right.
But
that's the thing with people that love stories and stuff, is eventually you realize that if you were to make a world, a fictional one of some kind, you don't have to write specifically to the audience what the mechanics are of every single little detail.
Sure.
But you do have to think about it at some point so that when you write those kinds of things, you put the boundaries in your own mind so that you don't accidentally make the world suddenly not make sense to everybody, even if you haven't given exposition for those very specific things.
It was so funny, tangent, but it was so funny when I watched the Limitless movie for the first time, because that was basically what I had always had as my answer for if I wanted a superpower. I was like, I want something like that. And so then I was like, well, what would kind of happen? And so then when the movie started playing out, it's like, oh, the things.
That's what I thought would happen.
Right. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, I have this problem. What happens if, whatever? And it's like, well, you'd probably want to, hey, he did it.
He did the thing.
Yeah.
Good,
Right.
Good.
And so here it's like, oh, yeah, you wanna make paper or books or, or whatever? How would that work? Yeah, you have these magical, plants, and how do those work? And yeah, this will be cool.
It was gonna be awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. I also love that Benno, a non-magic person, was able to tell the quality of the paper was different too. The idea that maybe because the fibers are softer and fresher, if you will, with regards to the tromba, source, but it could also be that it's the thing of where, I could just kind of feel that there's this little bit of something. I don't know exactly what
there's
it
a
is.
vitality to this wood before it was pulped and turned into paper.
Right. Because he's not thinking about it at that level. He's just like, the end result as far as paper, I would buy that one.
Right.
That one,
Yep, this is better.
This one would sell for more.
Yeah.
And yet it's like, oh, no, we can't really mass produce that. And I just love that Benno knows exactly like, no, are you stupid? No, we can't do that.
You did that even once?
Right. Like, the idea that happened, and he's like, it scares him so much. But I would love to, like you were saying earlier, have a moment where he just kind of goes, but what if? Like, what would we need to do to make that work?
And I will say, this is also, from a narrative standpoint, a fantastic way to reintroduce conflict in this story. Now that we have Benno, who can make the monetary challenges be a non-issue. Right. And so now it's if that would actually be the best paper, which could then be a big deal because we know how expensive books are now anyways with like parchment and things.
Sure.
If we could get a better material that like nobody also is going to, like, think about it. Trade secrets. If it's that, we use this super dangerous thing and that's how the paper is such good quality, no one will steal that.
It goes even bigger. Think about it this way. Think about it from the political standpoint. There's a forest out there just of dead, basically tromba trees.
Oh, sure.
That basically no one wants to go in and deal with because they might like fight back. Who knows how animated they are.
We'd like to buy the tromba forest.
We'd like to buy the property, the land for it from. Yeah. And then they'd be like, okay, well, we'll sell it to you for very little.
In fact, we'll pay you if you're saying that you're going to clear it.
No. Not just we'll pay you. We will then specifically, if you'll pay these knights, we'll have them go and clear it up. If you then vow to revitalize the land itself for the purpose of the kingdom.
Right.
Because then both parties are really happy here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the kind of thing where the knights get paid, Benno gets paid, the kingdom gets happy. It just overall just leads to a better quality of life for the entire region. And that's the kind of thing that Benno doesn't have to tell them shit about actually why he's doing this.
Nope.
Benno's gonna look like an actual philanthropic, like
God,
like wonderful person.
Hero,
he might become a noble in some ways because they're like, well, you cleared this area.
Oh, right.
You took upon yourself the financial burden of making sure that this would be cleared out.
Right.
It's like, yep, I did, absolutely. And meanwhile, his factory's just churning in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, we'll surprise them with that paper. We won't sell that for a long time.
Exactly.
We'll make them...
We'll build up a proper stockpile since it's an involved process.
And a proper reputation before doing that. And then it's actually, it was a long shot.
Trickle it out to build the demand and price. And
We weren't sure about it. But now that we've sold it to all the nobles and the mages and stuff like that, we now have magic script paper that you can put magic into the paper.
Yeah, you establish the thing that already gives it a good amount of value, and then you're like, we have something better.
Even better. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, this could get all kinds of like
nuts.
Wild.
But, yeah, very excited for that. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the actually in the doobly-doo up there. And any level of support there gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.